Do you beat Oregon?
Do we or can we?
Do you?
Well, that's why we play the games, to find out.
You were pretty emotional after last year's loss to Oregon, you know, and saying that UCLA needs to turn the page and get those kind of wins. Is that still the place that these kind of high-profile games stand in your mind?
I don't remember last year how I felt, or how I reacted. I remember how I felt. We've won a lot of high-profile games. You know, we beat Nebraska twice. We went on the road and beat Texas. We beat Southern Cal twice. So for people to say that we haven't won high-profile games, I would absolutely dispute that. We've won a lot of high-profile games. But this is another one that, you know, we're going to go try to win.
What stands out about last year's game in terms of what happened in the second half that you can maybe learn from?
Fourth quarter. It was really the fourth quarter. With 2:28 left, it was 14-14. They had the ball on the 11-yard line. And then they just got going, and we didn't have the chance. We didn't have the ability at that point in time to get them stopped. And by get them stopped, I mean move the ball on offense and get them stopped on defense. So hopefully we've made improvements that we can compete to the bitter end, or the very end. Hopefully it's not a bitter end.
Alex still a game time decision again this week?
Yeah.
From the first practice this week to now, did they weather the storm of Utah? Did their mindset get stronger as the week went on?
Oh yeah, this team, there's no question. You know, I've said it earlier. They're impossible to discourage. You know, the fight that they've shown in every game we've played is a great, to me, demonstration of just who they are and what they're about. And so I expected nothing less. You know, they learned from it, they applied the lessons, and then they moved forward towards Oregon and had a great week of practice. And I knew that they'd do that. I mean, that's what we're building here. And it's going to be an ongoing process. It's never going to be over. That's the mindset and the culture that we're trying to build, one of toughness and tough-minded young men that love to compete. And that doesn't mean you're going to win every week, but you're going to fight every week. And I think this team has demonstrated the ability to fight to the end every week, no matter what the conditions, where we're playing, who we're playing. That's what we do.
Up against a guy like Marcus Mariota, how crucial is it that you get pressure on him if that pass rush gets going?
Well, more important than anything is keeping him in the pocket. You know, he's so creative and he's so athletic when he gets outside of the pocket. So when you do pressure him, you don't see a lot of teams pressure him, first of all. You've seen teams get there with 4. They'll run some stunts and things to get there, but you don't see a lot of teams pressure him, because when you start pressuring him and you leave those guys in a lot of one-on-one, they've got some ability out on the edge. And when you start pressuring a guy and playing man and you've got your back to him and he breaks through and he runs, he makes big plays. So you don't see a lot of teams putting additional pressure on him. It can be scary to do. The key thing is to keep him in the pocket and not let him extend the play, because he's just so great at extending the play when he gets out of the pocket. I mean, he's tremendous. He's one of the best, you see at doing that.
Him and Brett kind of similar in that way? Or maybe where they're most similar?
Yeah, I mean, they're very similar in a lot of ways. Number one, it's just their character and their leadership and the way they approach the game. They're both tremendous young men. They're both about the same size. Brett's a little heavier. They both have the ability to throw the ball and make just about every throw on the field, but they have that added dimension of being able to extend the play and then also run, because there's a difference. Like, extending a play to me is extending it to throw it down the field, but being able to then take off and run, that's another dimension. So it's kind of twofold. They're both really good at that.
Do you think entering this season that Anthony Jefferson was a little bit under-recognized as a defensive back, maybe around the conference?
I think that he still is, yeah. I thought last year, you guys know his struggles early in his career better than I do, because I wasn't here for him. When I first got here, he was kind of in a dark place, though, the injuries that had happened to him, and, he's fought through it, and his attitude is just tremendous, and he's gotten his speed back, and he's worked hard, and he's really embraced what we want to be. He's turned into a real leader, and his flexibility is the key thing. His position flexibility, his ability to go play corner and match up against bigger receivers and make plays on the ball, or go back to safety and roam the deep middle or come up and make tackles. He's been very impressive, and he's done it quietly. The fact of the matter is as you go through the season, there's not going to be a lot of people that talk about him probably. You know, that ship's kind of sailed, but we recognize what he is. And the opponents that we play, I think they recognize what he is as well. It's a real credit to him and him alone, just the way he's fought through everything. Okay?
All right, cool.
All right, guys. All right.